Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Key Comics Market Watch. Today, you guys, is Labor Day, and I decided to go out and do some comic book hunting. I went to the LCS where I told you I had two big stacks of dollar books that I still had to go get that they were holding for me. And it just so happens when I got there, they was having a Labor Day sale, so they was having 30% off everything. And then with the dollar books, they was having buy 15 for $10. So $15 books for $10. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't get the whole two stacks of dollar books. I wasn't able to get all of them because they also had another book there that wound up it caught my eye. So I was like, hold up, I need to get that book instead of getting all those dollar books, especially since I know he's holding them for me anyway. So I did get some of the dollar books. I got 45 of the dollar books. So I paid $30 for 45 books, and then I bought some new books that I needed because I just wanted them. And then I got one book that cost 25 bucks, but with the 30% off, it knocked it down. So the new books and the $25 book uh, went down in price because it was 30% off for the new books and that book. So it was a sweet deal overall, I have to say. My total came up to 67.48, as you can see. I wound up getting the 30% off right here, $14 and what is it, 9 cents off completely, and then there go the dollar books for 30 bucks. So all together, and then you got tax. So I hate tax, but gotta pay the tax. But for $67 and 48 cents altogether, I'm very very happy of what I got. So let's get this haul started. It's gonna be a long haul. So we're gonna start off with the NAM. What issue number was this? 62. The reason why I got the NAM number 62 is because once I get past issue 50, I started to see that it's always hard to find them in high grade. So, and I do have the last issue, by the way, and I have that in a near mint. It looks like a 9.8 all day. And the last issue goes for money. In fact, the last three issues go for money. But anything past 50, it's always hard to find them in high grade. And I grew up reading the NAM, so I know how hot the NAM used to be. Right now, it's not. But you never know. They might do some with the NAM in the future, so I just want to get it anyway, just to have it in my collection, especially in a high grade like this. So had to get that one, and then they had issue 61, and as you can see, this is a all yellow cover, and just look at how immaculate it looks. I mean, all yellow. So had to get that one too. Like I said, these are very hard books to find in these type of grades. Like so hard. So happy to get that. And then I also told you I'm trying to do the Marvel Fanfare full run. So I found issue number 57 with Sheena the She Devil on the front, and that's Monica Rambeau, the Miss Marvel, the second Miss Marvel. So very happy to get this. She has the backup story, and Sheena the She Devil has the first story. As you can see, the cover is spectacular. I love this cover, so had to grab it. All right, and then this is my second copy of this Backlash and Spider-Man, I actually have a video where I opened this up, and it's a gatefold cover, has Venom and Backlash Enemy on the other side of the cover, on the back side of the cover. So I'm not gonna do it this time, but it's an awesome cover. I definitely suggest if you see this book, pick it up. The cover is amazing. The art inside is amazing. It's just a good book and a good story. So definitely suggest you get that. Then I found Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man number 20, Venom War. And this book right here, to be honest with you, is a pretty hard book to find in the wild. Like, I don't run into this book that often. In fact, this book, it usually sells between 5 and 15 bucks. So yeah, it's kind of a hard book to find. So they also had the other Venom War, the book, I think 21 or it was 19. Either the book before this or after. But Venom's not on the cover. It's just you see Miles Morales, and you see a tongue. You see Venom's tongue, but you don't see nothing else. So I didn't. I just left that one there. I was like, nah, I want the ones with him on the cover because I know those are the ones usually that people be gunning for. So definitely was happy to get that. Supreme number 55 from Image Comics. Now I was really happy to find this because Supreme number 55 is the issue before the last issue. Issue 56 is the last issue. So 55, if you go on eBay right now, you'll see it's about 9 copies available, and they're going for cheap. So it's kind of crazy to me that they're going for cheap, but that's because a lot of people don't know about Supreme. A lot of people never buy Supreme. So right now is the best time to buy this issue because it's a low print, very low print, and it's the issue before the last issue. So definitely get it. It's cheap. I'm telling you, get it now. You know, you never know. Supreme, he might come out. Never know. So definitely a key book to get right now. Low print run. And then I got Soldiers of Victory number 0. Now, I saw this on someone's video. Can't remember, but they said it was important. So I don't know. I haven't done my research on it yet. But when I saw it, I said, "Hold up, that cover looks familiar." So I grabbed 0 and I grabbed issue number 1. Grabbed them both, and I was just like, I'll just put them away. And if something happens with these books, it happens. If not, not. I did look to see how much they're going on eBay, and they're not going for a lot. So I was just like, okay, well, maybe it's a spec play. I don't know. So just happy to get them regardless. All right, now I was really happy these were in there because, like I said, I'm gonna try to do my X-Men run once again. So these issues are actually helping fill that run. So in Mark Sylvester art, can't go wrong. So it's issue 251 of Canny X-Men, and near mint condition, looks amazing. Just gotta change the bag and board because this bag and board is, see, it's old. You can tell it's old, so I need to switch it out to a new one. Plus, it's not in a silver. It's in a modern age. You see how it doesn't even. If I drop this right now, this will be messed up. You know, like it doesn't give it nothing, no type of protection. So I definitely gotta switch them out ASAP. Because you see the difference on one of my newer books. You see the space. Now, if I drop this whole corner will be messed up, but my book won't. So that's what I like about having Silver Age and bag and boards for the modern books. And for the Silver Age books, I put them in Golden Age bag and boards because those are bigger, and Silver Age books are bigger than modern, than Bronze Age and all that. So you got to put even a bigger bag and board so it can have space. So, anyways, 258. Jim Lee cover, definitely happy to get that. All of these are near mint, look amazing, and to get them, for that price, I couldn't go wrong. Now 274 and 277. So happy to get those. Jim Lee art, and these books usually go for $5 to $10 raw. So happy to get those for the price I just paid. Then I saw Batman: The Dark Knight, the new 52 number 0. So at David Finch cover, I was like, I'll grab it. In fact, David Finch is supposed to be at the Baltimore Comic Con. So this is not gonna be one of the books I'm gonna try to see if he can sign. I'm gonna definitely try to see some other books I got of his that I definitely want to get signed. But and CGC. So just happy to get that. And then they had Deadpool Max number 1. So happy to get the Deadpool Max number 1, just issue number 1. It's an all white cover. Happy to get that. All right. Then they had another one of these. I was like, man, I had to pick it up again. Spider-Man and Batman. Had to pick that one up, and that's the thick one. You see how thick it is? It's a very thick book, and this is usually a $15 to $20 book raw. So very happy to get that. And then I had to get Spider-Man number 13, iconic cover from the basically from issue 1, but in issue 1 he's in his regular costume, so issue 13 he's in his black and white costume. So this book actually 9.8 usually go between $50 and $60. I know one day eventually it will go up even more. So just grabbed it. And plus, I always like him better in the black and white costume. Me personally, I love the black and white costume. And then, of course, I had to get Dark Avengers 11, which is the homage to that one, of course. So with Norman Osborn looking all crazy. Look at him. I forgot who did this. I think Mike the Tato Jr. Yeah, he did the cover. So $1, why not? Near mint condition. I definitely had to pick this up. This right now doesn't go for a lot of money, but I know that that whole Silver Surfer run with Infinity Gauntlet crossover, and before the and after the Infinity Gauntlet crossover, anything that has to do with Thanos, eventually those books will go up. Some of them have already gone up. So I got issue 59 with Thanos on the cover. So I just was like, man, I'm gonna grab him every time I see him for $1. Definitely got to grab him in this near mint condition. Very happy to see this here because I finally got it. Like I've been looking for this book. I haven't been able to find it, and to see it there and to get it for less than $1, basically. It's Fallen Sun, The Death of Captain America, but it's the Michael Turner variant of issue number 4, I think, or 5. I forgot which issue. It doesn't say on the front, but I think it's issue 4 or 5. I don't remember, but I love this Michael Turner cover, and rest in peace, Michael Turner. I wish he was still around making these awesome covers. I feel like a lot of people are really forgetting about Michael Turner since he's been gone for a while, but he made some awesome covers. So definitely happy to get that. Definitely had to get this because I love all the covers that are gold. I love the gold covers, so I had to get this. So it's Ghost Rider number 15, the second print, the gold cover. This one also glows in the dark, the glow in dark one. So I have the regular one. I have the regular one that's signed by text by the guy that drew it, and no, the artist. It was the writer. I forgot, but I got it signed, and now I have the second print, which I'm happy to have. So every time I see the gold ones of second prints of any books, of any of the Marvel books, I'm grabbing them. And then they had the Incredible Hulk 359. This is John Byrne art, and I love it. I love it. You have Abomination holding the Gray Hulk. And then you got the Thing looking like he about to attack with Wolverine attacking from the front. So, yeah. And, I'm a John Byrne fan, so definitely happy to get this book. So, add it to my collection. And then they had issue 278. And this is late bronze, so happy to get that. And it looks spectacular. Spectacular. Looks awesome. Nothing wrong with it, so happy to get that. All right, now we have some first appearances. So these are all the same dollar, dollar, 15 books for $10. So, and like I said, I got 45 books for $30. So it was great. So Avengers West Coast number 71, first appearance appeal of her. Then I got We 3, issue number 1 from Grant Morrison and Frank Quigley art. This is issue number 1. I mean, I couldn't leave it there. I saw 9.8s going for like $200, so I was like, I'm taking this number 1. I don't know what it's about. I need to read it. And then I was very happy this was here. It's Secrets of Haunted House number 31 is the first appearance of Mr. E, which is this guy right here. And this book in a high grade actually does go for money. And the great thing about it is that it is in a high grade. So very happy about that. I was surprised to see it there. And then, of course, issue 32, so I had to get the second appearance. And I have the third appearance, but I didn't put it with all of these. But second appearance, very important, very important. And this one looks spectacular also. I have to say the conditions of almost all the books are amazing. So very happy about that. So, I mean, look at that. Look at the corners, how sharp they are. Like, I love it. I love this place. Like, they really let us get some deals. You know what I'm saying? So I love this place. All right, so then we have Punisher number 4, first appearance of Microchip, which I loved in the Netflix series. He was awesome. His whole character development in that series, I loved it. I loved the interaction between him and the Punisher. It was great. He was probably one of my standouts in the show. And if you feel the same way I feel, let me know in the comment below how you felt about Microchip and the Punisher Netflix series. And if you haven't seen the Netflix series of the Punisher, you are missing out. You gotta go see it on Netflix. Just do a binge watch. Like today would be the perfect day on Labor Day. Just binge watch The Punisher season 1. Can't wait for season 2 to come out. And after you binge watch that, then you go and look at the new Luke Cage season, because that was good too. So definitely go look at that, and you'll be happy about tonight. All right, then we had X-Men 281, which is the first appearance of Trevor Fitzroy, if I remember correctly. So, and it's the new team, but it's mostly I got it because of his first appearance, and he's the son of Sebastian Shaw, so the Black King. So, definitely a key book to get. So definitely was happy to get that. Then I got X-Men number 5, which is the second appearance of Omega Red and the first appearance of Maverick. So very happy to get, two appearances in this book. So I'm grab that every time I see it. Grabbed another Savage Dragon number 1. Wish it was a newsstand, but I can't be picky. Like I said, near mint condition. I'm going to take it every time. Savage Dragon number 1. First appearance of Savage Dragon. Then we got X Factor number 2. This is the first appearance of Tower. I don't know if he's dead, but it's been a while since I've seen him or anything. But the first appearance of Tower. So I got to grab it. First appearance. You know how I do. First appearances. Then I had to grab Alpha Flight number 102. The first appearance of Weapon Omega, which is that guy right there. So I had to grab that. In fact, this is my first time having this book. I've seen it a couple of times, but it had really bad spine ticks, so I was just like, I'll leave it there. So finally glad to have one that doesn't have spine ticks and looks amazing. So I'm going to grab this every time I see it. Never know if they're going to do something with him. Then happy to find this Bronze Age book also. It's the Flash 314. I just sold a bunch of Flashes, and now I'm picking up another Flash. But I'm picking it up because it's a key issue, because it's the first appearance. So it's the first appearance of the Eradicator. The Eradicator. So he has the power to, he's able to make people into like that right there, into like nothing. And he goes after criminals. So he's an anti-hero, if you could say. But he supposedly died. But nobody stays dead forever. Wouldn't be surprised if the Eradicator makes an appearance one day soon in the future. So it only takes the right writer to say, I want to bring him back. So you know how it goes, how I am about first appearances. Bronze Age too, and it looks great. So once again, happy to get that. And then we have the Mighty Thor 440, the first appearance of the Thor Corpse. So I'm very happy to finally have one of these issues. I've never had this issue. The one time that I did find this issue, it wound up having a big old bent right there. So of course I left it there. I was like, nah, it's too modern age that I know I'm gonna run into it again somewhere, and I'm gonna get it the way I want. So got it the way I want, and I'm happy. And then of course Wildcats number 2, first appearance of Wetworks. Another. I don't know how many copies of this I have. I probably have too many, but I'm gonna pick it up every time because Wetworks is one of my favorite reads. Like their run, I love their run. Like it was a great read. It's basically they're fighting vampires, and they got these gold like things that give them extra strength. It's hard to explain, but it's just awesome. I put it to you like that. It's an awesome read. If you get a chance, read Wetworks. Start with issue 1. I guarantee you, if you read issue 1, you will be hooked, and you're gonna want to read the rest of it. So the rest of the run. So definitely suggest you get the first appearance. And then I got Quasar number 32. This is the direct edition. There's a newsstand. The newsstand edition says number 1 instead of 32. Um, and this is the first appearance of. Oh man, I forgot. It's the first appearance in here. In fact, the character was in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I just can't remember who it is. It slipped my mind. But definitely grab this if you see it. Grab either the newsstand or the regular. It doesn't matter. Either or. Both of them go for the same price. Doesn't make no difference. All right. Now this one right here. Okay, hold on. I sectioned everything off. So now I'm. This is all Bronze Age stuff, which I was happy. They were included in the dollar book. So Secrets of Haunted House 33. So this is the third appearance, the one I was talking about. I had separated it from the first and second appearance. But this is the third appearance, and once again, I'm happy with the condition of it. Very happy, Bronze Age. You know, can't go wrong with 50 cents books. So when you see that 50 cents, 60 cents, or that 35 cents, 40 cents, 40, man, can't go wrong with them books at all. I love it. Every time I see those books, I'm like, yes. Especially in high condition. Then we got The Man Thing number 9. Very high condition. This one too, man. I'm like I said, I'm just happy to get these books, these Bronze Age books. Oh man, for less than $1, can't go wrong. And then you have Blade Runner number 2. I'm trying to. It's only a 2-issue series of. This is basically the adaptation of the movie, of the original movie. So I'm still looking for that issue number 1. I know I'm gonna find it eventually. So I was happy to get that, and that's a classic cult film. Like people really love Blade Runner. So I didn't get a chance to look at the new one, but I know I'm gonna get around to it eventually. Then they had Sergeant Furry and the Howling Commandos, number 158, a 40 cents issue. Happy to have that. And like I said, it looks great. And this is supposed to be when Sergeant Furry is in training. He's at training boot camp. So I'm gonna get around to reading that eventually. And then we had The Unknown Soldier 247. Now the Unknown Soldier, he was done by Joe Kubert, and he did almost the whole run, if I remember correctly. And like I said, these books look amazing. So I had to grab them. I mean, Bronze Age. I'm not even into the war books like that, but I know these war books on average in high grade usually go for about $15. Like if I was to list them on eBay right now as near mint, I guarantee you I'm gonna get between $10 to $15 for each copy raw, and that doesn't include if I was to get them graded. So that's why like if I see them, I gotta grab them. And we have 249, another high grade. All these are high. I grabbed every high grade one. They had a couple there that had issues, so I left them there. We have issue 251. Awesome Joe Kuber art. I mean, can't go wrong. His art is awesome. And then we got 252. So happy to get all these bronze issues for less than $1, because that was an awesome deal. $15 books for $10. Could go wrong. All right, y'all. Now, the last dollar book that I'm gonna show is this Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. Is issue number 40 from volume 2. Now, this issue doesn't go for nothing, but I did my research on this book, and this book really sells for nothing. Like it's nothing important about the book. But after I did my research, I think that I basically have a one of a kind, because I can't find this nowhere else. And basically, one of a kind books, regardless, they're gonna go for some money because it's one of a kind. So, and it's an error. It's an error one. So, if you see right here, where it's supposed to be, the number 40 is supposed to be right here. It's blank. So I did my research, and like I said, I can't find none. There's none ever sold, none listed that have that blank right there where the 40 is supposed to be at. So I'm pretty happy about that. I gotta say, and it's a newsstand too. Newsstand and it's an error, so I'm pretty happy about it. So I don't know. I'm definitely gonna get it pressed and cleaned and send it to CGC. It has spine ticks. It's not in the greatest of shape. The spine has ticks. Other than that, the rest of the book is good. It's just got some spine ticks. You see them? So, but with a one of a kind error, I mean, I know listening on Comic Link, I'm going to get max money. So I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for more error. Like I always look for stuff like that. Like if I see something that's off, I'm like, because when I saw this, I was like, what the hell issue number is this? And so I looked inside and saw what it was, and then as soon as I saw that, you know, I was like, well, let me look this up. So I looked it up, can't find none. Then I did some more research, and just I think it's one of a kind, really. It is. So happy to find that. All right, so and then now I'm gonna show you the new books. So that was all the dollar books. That was 45 books for $30. So that was awesome. So I'm very happy to have that. All right, so now with the new books. So the new books, all the books are $3.99, but with the 30% off, that's what helped to knock the price down. Because this would have been more. So I'm glad I waited until today to get these new books. So I basically paid less than $3.99 for them. So had to get the Venom first host. Supposed to be a first appearance in here. So they had the regular cover and they had the variant. So I'm gonna grab the variant because I'm like the variant for cover price. I'm gonna grab the variant every time over the regular cover. And they had two of them. So grab both of them for cover price each, and really it's less than cover price because of the 30% off. So very happy about that. I don't know who did that cover though. Very interesting cover. And then they had Venom #2, and this is the third variant print. So happy to get that. I'm gonna keep getting these third and fourth, and as long as they're variants and they're different covers, not the same cover, just with a different color or something like that. If it's a whole different cover and it's a variant and there's a third, fourth, fifth print or whatever it is, I'm gonna grab it. So happy to get the third printing. And as you know, the more printings they make, the less the copy. Like I give you an example. Like let's say the first printing they made 70,000 copies, and then so the second printing is going to be like maybe 10,000 copies, and then the third printing is going to be like like 3,000 copies. You know what I'm saying? So the more printings, the fewer they make of that printing. So that's why when you get into fourth and fifth printing, that's when you're like in such low numbers that you barely see them. So that's why they will go for more money, especially if it's a awesome cover. Like if it's a variant cover and it's not the same exact cover. Like let's say with Superman Doomsday's first appearance, they had made 5 printings of it, but it was the same cover. It was no difference. All you saw was the only difference was that it'll have the number 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll have a different number right there to let you know what printing it is. But that it was the same exact cover. So that's why I really feel it. Even though the fifth printing goes for money, I definitely feel that if they would have changed the cover up and they put a whole different cover with the fifth and fourth and third, and all those would have been worth even more, especially if they were awesome covers because they were so low numbers printed. So definitely with these third, fourth, fifth printings, second printings, if it's a different cover, grab it. I definitely suggest you grab it because the print run is so low. So definitely happy to get that. And then of course I had to get issue #4, and this is the second printing of that. So had to grab second printing and I like this cover. I actually am digging this cover. So I had to grab that, and if they make a third, fourth, fifth printing of this book too, I'm gonna keep grabbing it. So hopefully they keep making these awesome covers for them. And then last but not least, I got Crowded issue #1. I've heard some great things about this book, so I had to grab it from Image Comics. This is the B cover. I like the A cover was okay. It just looked too cartoonish for me, so I was just like, let me grab cover B, and I'm pretty sure cover B probably has a lower print run than cover A, so I'm always gonna go for the lower print run book. So definitely, I'm happy to get that. And the most expensive book of them all was this $25 book, and it came in a top holder, and he was gonna take it out of the top holder. He was like, "Do you want the top holder?" I said, "Yeah," and he was like, "I said, why is it extra for the top holder?" He was like, "Yeah, it's $2." So I was like, "Well, I mean, I want to keep it in the top holder, and not only that, it's the top holder still gonna be 30% off." So I was just like, just charge me the $2 then. So he did, but just happy to get this finally, and this is the first printing. Too bad this ain't the variants, but I'll take first printing any day. So it's Ultimate Fallout, Spider-Man No More, issue number 4 for $25. First appearance of Miles Morales, and you know the second print has his face. It shows his face, so that's how you can tell the first print from the second. The first print, but you can't see his face, so that's how you know. So if you ever run into one and it has his face on it, then you know that's the second print, and um, it goes for some money, but it doesn't go for as much as the first print is going for crazy money right now. Not only that, that variant, woo, it's just been crazy with that variant going for over 1,000. It's a 9.8, over 1,000. It's crazy. So I'm very happy to find this, and I know this is only going to go up too. So in fact, it's already up. So very happy to get it for $25 is a steal. Really, it's less than 25 because of the 30% being taken off. So very happy. Uh, that was it, you guys. So got what I needed, and until next time, you guys. Happy comic book hunting. If you're new to my channel, uh, go down to the comment section and hit up my Amazon store. The links for U.S. shoppers and Canadian shoppers is down there in the comment section, and you will help me out by buying some off my Amazon store. And don't forget to skip the skippable ads, so that way your favorite YouTube channels could get the ad revenue from the ads, and that way you don't even have to help them out with no Patreon or nothing like that. Just look at the ad all the way through. So help them out by doing that. And also, I just want to say thank you everyone for joining me again for another haul video. Hopefully I get this market watch video done soon. So like I said, I'm still pulling out stuff out the boxes, so it's a process. But anyways, thank you everyone once again. Shout out to all my subscribers that look at my channel. I need to start doing the shout outs again. Just haven't had time to do it. So thank you everyone. Hit the Galactus head right here to subscribe to my channel, and then check out my last haul video right here, and then check out one of my older haul videos right here, because you can always learn something from any of my old videos, because there's always something to learn in those videos, and I'm always trying to give knowledge in all my videos. So check out all my old videos, and until next time, peace.